let us quickly revise what we did in this slide. So this slide is talking about 32-bit IEEE floating point representation, also referred to as single precision IEEE 754 standard of representing floating point numbers using only 32 bits. So in those 32 bits that are stored in a memory, and these 32 bits are representing a real number, a floating point number, there is 1 bit dedicated to the sign, 8 bits dedicated for the exponent. Capital E is the biased exponent whose range is from 1 to 254. Capital E is not the same as your actual exponent small e. The relationship between capital E and small e is mentioned in this expression. M is the mantissa, and the mantissa can be found out from the normalized binary representation. Normalized meaning 1 point something. So the something that you have, the right hand side to your binary number, the right hand side to your binary point, whatever is there, that part of the number becomes your mantissa. The mantissa can be found out only if you have normalized your binary number. Remember that in the 1.m kind of representation that we have, we are not dedicating any bit in the 32 bits to store this one. We are assuming that you have normalized the number so that it is always 1.m format, and you are not dedicating any bit in these 32-bit representation to store this one, because I know that it is always a 1. So I will not dedicate any bit to store this value. Okay, then the valid range of small e, which is your actual exponent, is -126 to 127. Here it tells you the minimum magnitude of a number that you can have and the maximum magnitude of a number that you can have, and those when converted into actual number, it gives you a very small number. So this is 1.8 into 10 raised to -38, which is an extremely small fractional number, and this is an extremely large number because it is 10 raised to 38. So I have 38 zeros multiplied by 3.48. So 3.48 and then 38 zeros after that, multiplied by 10 raised to 38. Okay. So this is the largest magnitude that you can have. Now there are some special numbers which do not obey this formula of calculating the values. So we are going to look at some special numbers, but don't use the formula here to calculate the value of those special numbers. Okay. So some special numbers have to be handled separately, and they are part of errors etc. happening during your operation or after your operation or before your operation. Operations meaning you are adding two numbers, subtracting, dividing, multiplying. So during those operations, the numbers can go out of range or they can become odd numbers which you have to handle separately. So these special numbers are mentioned here. For example, the NaN, which means not a number, can occur if you have 0 divided by 0 will lead to an NaN, and the NaN is represented by this format, that your biased exponent capital E will have all ones, which means its value is 255. And remember that we have said that the valid range of capital E is from 1 to 254, which means the value 255 has been kept aside for this very purpose, where it can, for example, represent the NaN. Similarly, if you do infinite divided by infinite, you don't know the answer and it is defined as not a number. If you have 0 multiplied by infinite, can also lead to NaN and so on. Then a 0 in general is represented where the biased exponent is a 0. Again, this is not part of your valid range of E. In addition, it also tells you what should be the value of mantissa in case you are having a 0. So it says 0 will have sign 0, exponent capital E as 0, mantissa is 0. NaN will definitely have capital E as FF in hex or 255, and M could have any non-zero value. Similarly, plus or minus infinity can have whatever sign it has, 0 or 1 sign. It will have all ones for your biased exponent capital E, and it needs to have a 0 in your M. So these numbers have to be treated separately, or any given time if your number is overflowing, then you will have to represent it using infinity or 0 or NaN and so on. So we will not worry about such numbers for our course, but this is just for your information that there has to be a separate set of designated bits or special set of bits for your E and M, which tell you if your number is NaN or infinity. So we earlier saw that the magnitude of the numbers that you can represent are in this range to this range, or in decimal the magnitude is 1.8 into 10 raised to minus 38, a very small fractional number to a very large number. So if your number, your magnitude grows more than this number, then eventually that number has to be internally stored as if it is infinity, and you make sure that E is FF and M is 0. What happens if the number that you are working with eventually becomes smaller than this number? In that case, you will represent that number using a 0, in which case S will be 0, E will be 0, and M will be 0. So this kind of pre or post processing has to be done in an algorithmic way, especially when you are working with arithmetic related to floating point represented numbers. Again, please note that for these special values, don't try to use the formula for converting the S, E and M into a particular value. So these guys don't obey in general the calculations.